Hello, welcome along, Nigel with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. Now then, just a quickie, right. As mentioned in the title, we're going to look at the sprues as requested by Mark Wilson, and we are also going to look at a code you can use to get these at a bargain price. Right, so as you'll know, I'm currently working on part 4. Here is the engine, here with all the pre-shading and everything. Then we've got the decals on now, so they're waiting to be sealed in, and we'll get the gloss coat on them, seal them in, and then get a matte coat on them. So that'll all be done, and the engine parts are all sat there waiting. Well, in case you haven't seen them, in case you're not watching my videos, here we go. Here's all the engine parts, all waiting to be assembled, with all the little clips and everything painted. So it's all looking really, really nice. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit. Now then, as mentioned just now, Mark Wilson has asked me to do a quick back-to-back comparison of my two kits. So these are the sprues from the original kit. You can see they've got watermarks on them here. So you can see these are the sprues for original kit because they're washed. Now we look at this one and we can see that this wing sprue, so you can see that I'm not bending it. I'll just suspend it on my finger. I'll lean it on my finger. You can see there that that is absolutely, put it over here a bit more. There we go. That is absolutely dead straight. No issues whatsoever with that. The fuselage sprue, this side is absolutely fine. This side has a very, very slight bend here. But to show you how slight that bend is, I can straighten it out with push of a finger. So as soon as I take the part out, I think that it will be absolutely fine. It's the sprue that's bent, I think. I think what's probably happening here is I think India are bagging them up too soon after they've come out of the mould. I don't think they're letting them, or they're just taking them out of the mould and piling them up, which is what they did with the Hellcat. And if you remember, some of the Hellcat sprues, looking along the length of the fuselage, the Hellcat should be like this, and some of them were like that. They were just squashed flat. So, and wings as well, they were squashed flat, weren't they? Absolute bloody nightmare to build that model at some point. But or in some instances. The other weird thing was with the Hellcat, we had issues where, I can tell you for sure, I had an issue fitting the second bulkhead, and there's a bulkhead here and there's another one here on the Hellcat this is, and I had issues fitting the second one and had to sand loads off it to get it to go in. But everything else, this bulkhead here and this bulkhead here, fitted absolutely fine. Someone in America had no problem up here, but they had to sand loads off of this one. Somebody else, I think they were also in America, had to sand all three. So there was no consistency with that model whatsoever, and if you remember putting the wings together, it was a bloody nightmare. Anyway, so that's that one. So as I say, Mark has asked me to do a back-to-back. So I've got the two sprues out of the new kit. So you can see here these are unwashed. In fact, they're not as oily as these were. Nothing like. It all depends with the oiliness. It depends where in the cycle you get your parts. They will spray release agent on the tool probably every 10th pull or something. So if you get pull number 11, it's going to be very oily. If you get pull number 10, it probably won't be oily at all. I can see there is some oil there, but there we go. This one is absolutely, again, this is absolutely dead flat. So if I put that one on top of there, I hold that there, you can see I'm just going to lean it on my finger. I'm not putting any pressure on it at all. You can see it's dead straight. Okay, there's no warpage there whatsoever. All right. So, and if I put the two together, just like that, again, not putting any force on, just leaning on my finger, you can see they're both dead straight. So no issue with my wing sprues whatsoever, at all. So that is the original one. This one should have watermarks on it. Oh dear, I don't know which is which. Yes, that one's got the watermark, so that's that one. Okay, so that one's from the new kit. And then here's the fuselage sprue from the new kit. This one's from the old kit, so we'll put that back in the box with the old sprues. So this is the fuselage sprue from the new kit, and if anything, this one is better. They are both very slightly warped, as you can see there, but it's absolutely nothing. You can see there how easy it's going to come together. So when you've got the cockpit, everything in there, it's going to hold its form and everything. So yeah, that is the old one. This is the new one. So you can see there's a little bit of rock there. If I put a rule across there, you can see how much that is warped. But as I say, I'll just pinch this end with my fingers here. And, I'll actually hold that there. I can straighten it out quite easily with one finger. So yeah, not too bad at all. Not worried about that whatsoever. Interesting to see You can see the mold, the flow path here where the plastic's flowing in, and they're identical. Look at that. They've really got the moulding process nailed down. Sorry guys, this wonderful camera, the battery went. Oh, I love it. So yeah, so I was talking about the moulding process. It looks like the Indians have really got the moulding process nailed down, but they do need to get their packing process sorted. I'm sure that's what's happening. The sprues are coming out too quickly or being stacked or whatever. I don't know, but there's certainly a reason for the problems that have been seen. But as far as I know, if you look through the comments on my videos, there have been probably 30 or 40 people, maybe even 50, have said they've had their kits and they're absolutely perfect. No one has actually said they had warped parts, but people are obviously telling me about 2 they know, and then there's potentially 2 others. So, you know, it's a very, very small problem. I've got 2, no issue. Moss has got 2, no issue. So, yeah, and they came, if you're interested, this first kit, the one I got first, was number 33 of 11,260. And this one is, what is it? I can't remember now. It was 257th out of 11,260. So this one came direct from Airfix, this one came from Hannants. If you want to get yourself one of these in a bargain, get on over to Tiger Hobbies. As I say, today is the 27th of November 2025. I think he's only got about 20 in stock, but Tiger Hobbies, Gary has just rung me, he's doing a deal. So you use the code TIG-BF10, okay? Use that code in your checkout, TIG-BF10, and you can get, in fact we'll do that with a Sharpie so you can see it better. Dear Nigel. TIG-BF10, and you can get one in mainland UK for £80.99. That's £80.99 delivered. Get yourself on over. It's worth every penny of that, guys. Absolutely, it's worth every penny. It's beautiful. Wipe that, guys, wipe that. I'm having to re-edit this. I've just got, after I finished the video and put it out, I thought I'll just have a look, see that the code works. Gary's told me the wrong bloody code. It's not that, okay? It's BFTIG10. Okay, you got it the wrong way around, and you'll get it for £80.99 delivered. I'm really sorry about that. I'll put it in the comments below. I'll put it in the description below the video. Cheers.